What if the very thing you were taught to trust, your own heart, is the reason you keep getting hurt? They told you to lead with emotion, to show compassion, to always forgive. But where has that led you? Into rooms where your silence was mistaken for weakness. Into relationships where your kindness was currency to be spent by others. The truth is, the world does not reward those who feel deeply. It rewards those who master what they feel and choose when to reveal it. This is not about becoming cold. It is about becoming unshakable. Machiavelli knew that control belongs not to the loud, but to the unreadable, not to the kind-hearted, but to the disciplined. His lessons in The Prince were not written to soothe you. They were written to sharpen you if you are tired of being controlled by guilt. If you are ready to stop reacting and start leading, then stay with me. What you are about to learn may feel uncomfortable, but it just might be the clarity you have been searching for. 1. Choose fear over love. The man who desires to be loved more than feared builds his house on sand. Love may feel noble, even divine, but it is not the foundation of power. Love can fade with disappointment. It withers under pressure. It turns against you the moment people feel unmet in their expectations. Love is built on approval, and approval is the weakest currency in a world driven by dominance. Fear, on the other hand, is firm. It does not sway with mood or memory. Fear makes people calculate their words. It forces respect, even from those who do not wish to give it. It holds structure when affection falters. Machiavelli never asked whether you were liked. He asked whether you were obeyed. That is the difference between control and chaos. Look at your own life. How many moments of hesitation were born from guilt? How often did you restrain yourself, not from wisdom, but from fear of how others would perceive you? You silenced your anger when someone crossed a line. You laughed off disrespect so others would remain comfortable. You gave softness when firmness was needed. And what was the result? Did they respect your restraint? Or did they begin to see you as someone easy to dismiss? That is the cruel paradox. In trying to be kind, you lose the authority to set boundaries. In trying to keep peace, you become the one who gets ignored. The Stoics taught that emotion is not to be discarded, but to be mastered. It is not the absence of feeling that makes one powerful. It is the ability to direct it, to govern it, to know when to act with fire and when to remain unmoved. Fear used wisely is not brutality. It is structure. It is the silent signal that says, I know who I am and I will not be shaken. Like the Roman general who kept his face calm as storms raged. The man who chooses respect over affection walks a harder path, but a stronger one. So do not be ashamed to be feared. Be ashamed only if your emotions rule over you. The moment you stop needing to be loved is the moment you become untouchable. 2. Emotion is a trap. Machiavelli once said that a man who tries to act virtuously in every circumstance will inevitably be destroyed among those who are not virtuous. What does this mean for you? It means that if you insist on being purely good in a world that rewards deceit, cunning, and dominance, you will be broken. The world you live in is not governed by fairness, it is governed by advantage. It is a battlefield dressed as a marketplace, a hierarchy masked as friendship, a constant game of strategy beneath a surface of smiles. You must decide if you want to remain prey or rise to rule among predators. And to rule, you must numb the part of you that wants to be liked, understood, forgiven. That part of you will be the crack through which others slip in to control you. Machiavelli taught not cruelty for its own sake, but cold realism. A prince must learn how not to be good, not because goodness has no value, but because it is only useful when it advances your purpose. When your goodness begins to serve your guilt more than your goals, it becomes a chain around your neck, and emotion is the forge that builds that chain. Emotion causes reaction. Reaction leads to mistakes, and mistakes are what your enemies wait for. The Stoic mind does not deny emotion. It recognizes that feelings are not facts, and mercy without discipline is just weakness in disguise. You must learn to see emotion for what it is, a vulnerability, one that others will exploit if you let them. They will use guilt to slow your steps. They will use empathy to make you doubt. They will praise your compassion only to demand more. And the moment you refuse, they will turn. People may admire your kindness, but they obey your silence, and they fear your restraint. That is the paradox of power. Appear kind if it serves you. Appear generous if it disarms the room. But never allow those performances to become your identity. You must become the actor and the architect, the illusion and the truth. Let them see what you choose to show, but always keep your true self hidden behind the glass. That self must remain unreadable, detached, and disciplined, because the moment they see what moves you, they will learn how to move you. The Stoics taught that control is freedom, but control is not built on promises. It is built on clarity. If the word you gave yesterday endangers your position today, you are not bound by it. The wise man understands that integrity is not blind loyalty to outdated commitments, but the ability to adapt while remaining loyal to reason. Do not mistake this for deceit. It is survival. It is strategy. A ruler who shows mercy out of emotion often creates space for enemies to regroup. But a ruler who ends the threat with quiet finality creates peace. The greatest harm does not come from cruelty, but from hesitation. And do not be deceived by those who tell you to feel more. The people around you do not care about your suffering. They care about your usefulness. They measure you not by how much you give, but by how easily they can take. The moment your emotions begin to blur your vision, they will seize everything you left unguarded. This is why you must burn away the weakness, kill the guilt before it speaks, silence the need for validation before it begs. Let others be led by sentiment. You will be led by strategy. Imagine a man at war who pauses to feel pity for the enemy while the arrow is still in the air. That pause is death. Emotion is not always a sign of humanity. Sometimes it is the very doorway to defeat. Machiavelli did not write to monsters. He wrote to those who wanted to survive long enough to build something lasting. He understood that power is not granted to the most emotional, but to the most controlled. The Stoics knew it too. Epictetus said, "If someone provokes you, understand that it is not they who disturb you, but your judgment of them. So judge with clarity, move with discipline, speak little, act cleanly, and never let the storm inside you reach the surface, because the moment you feel nothing, you become unshakable. You do not seek peace by hoping for kindness. You enforce peace by removing chaos. This is how power begins, not with rage, not with fear, but with the calm detachment of a mind that has chosen to master itself. So choose it now. Choose to let go of the feelings that weaken your grip. Choose to lead not with emotion, but with presence. You are not here to please. You are here to conquer. 3. Become the mask. Machiavelli wrote that a prince must be both a fox and a lion. The lion relies on strength, the fox on cunning. Strength alone invites confrontation, but deception creates control without resistance. And in a world ruled by perception, the fox survives longer than the lion, because power that is visible becomes a target, but power that hides behind a gentle smile becomes untouchable. This is why you must become the mask. Not wear it temporarily, but embody it fully. Do not reveal what you feel, simulate what is necessary. Do not give kindness freely. Deliver it strategically, only when it serves your design. The masses do not see with discernment. They are taken by appearance. Most people do not care about truth. They care about presentation. They do not look into you. They look at what you allow them to see. So give them something beautiful. Give them the character that protects your real self. Smile with timing. Speak with intention. Be generous in form, but sharp in thought. Let them see justice in your tone, calm in your posture, warmth in your words, but inside you remain untouched. You calculate, you observe, you adapt. And this is how you gain influence without confrontation. Machiavelli understood this perfectly. If people see the sword in your hand, they fear you. If they see an open hand, they follow you. But the real art is this: hide the sword behind your back. Let them approach. Let them trust. Let them feel safe. And when the moment comes, you strike cleanly, without rage, without noise, without mercy. He warned that it is not necessary for a ruler to possess all the good qualities praised by others. It is only necessary to appear to have them. Because real virtue limits your actions, but the illusion of virtue gives you freedom. It earns trust. It creates opportunity. It offers cover. You must master the performance. Be seen as noble while removing threats in silence. Be praised for your compassion while advancing your interests without hesitation, because emotion ruins everything. It shakes the voice, it distorts the face, it softens the eyes, it makes the mask slip. And once people see what you truly feel, they begin to understand you. And once they understand you, they learn how to control you. That is when the illusion dies. That is when they test you. That is when they stop following and start undermining. You cannot let that happen. Your face must remain composed. Your tone must remain measured, even if the storm rises inside you. Your exterior must stay calm like stone. This is not inhuman. This is disciplined. The Stoics knew this long before Machiavelli wrote it. Control does not mean pretending forever. It means building a self so grounded that no storm reaches its center. The world tests you not with open war, but with subtle pressure. So hold the mask, hold the silence, and never let them see your fire until it is too late to run. 4. Master perception. Everyone sees what you present. Only a rare few ever touch the truth beneath your surface. And that is exactly where your power begins. Because the world does not challenge what it admires. It challenges what it fears. It resists what it cannot control. But it submits to what it trusts. And trust, in this world, is nothing more than a carefully crafted illusion. So become what they trust. Wrap yourself in the cloak of virtue. Show them empathy when they expect indifference. Show them humility when they expect pride. But deep within, prepare yourself like the serpent who waits in stillness before it strikes. Because when the moment calls for it, your strength must not be loud, it must be surgical. Here is the most dangerous part. Over time, if you master the illusion, you will begin to forget where the performance ends and where your true nature begins. That is not a failure. That is your evolution. That is the moment the act becomes real. You are no longer pretending to be in control. You are in control, the former self, the one that sought validation, the one that winced at judgment, the one that over-explained and over-apologized. That self is gone, buried, and from it rises a new self, one that no longer needs to prove, one that no longer reacts, one that no longer seeks peace through approval, but creates it through presence. A true strategist does not chase the truth. He bends it. He shapes it to serve his path. He allows others to hold the moral high ground while he builds empires beneath their feet. That is what kings do. That is what Stoic discipline trains you to understand. The world rewards image, not essence. So craft the image. Let others cry. Let them confess. Let them expose their wounds and chase sympathy. You do not. You nod. You smile. You stay unreadable. And behind that calm face, you watch everything. That is how power is sustained without resistance. Because real control does not come from display, it comes from restraint. It is not in the roar, it is in the silence. It is not in domination, it is in invisibility. When you master the illusion, you no longer need to show strength. People adjust their behavior simply by your presence. They guess, they hesitate, they move more carefully. That is not fear of violence, that is fear of unknown depth. That is the power of being unreadable. So ask yourself this: do you wear the mask? Or has the mask become you? Do you still ask whether it is right to hide your truth? Or have you understood that guilt is the leash that the powerful place around the necks of the well-meaning? Kill that hesitation, because those who carry guilt serve those who do not. The world does not bend for the honest. It bends for the calculating. And Machiavelli saw it clearly. You do not need to be good. You need to be effective. And when illusion is mastered, you are no longer playing the game. You are designing it. 5. Kill guilt before it kills you. Machiavelli wrote that in the actions of men, especially of princes. It is the end that justifies the means. Read that again and let it sink in. Not your emotions, not your intentions, not your morals. Only the result matters. The world does not remember the kind. It remembers the decisive. It remembers kings, not caretakers. It honors those who built thrones, not those who hesitated in fear of being judged. And yet many still cling to the illusion that being good, being fair, being moral in a world built on deception and dominance will somehow protect them. That illusion is a trap. And the guilt that comes with it is the chain that keeps you docile. You must understand this with brutal clarity. People do not respect kindness when it is predictable. They manipulate it. They do not honor fairness when it becomes a pattern. They exploit it. Your compassion becomes a door they walk through. Your mercy becomes the signal that you can be negotiated with. And your guilt becomes the lever they use to make you stop serving yourself. Machiavelli saw this truth long ago. He warned that a man who attempts to be good in all his actions will inevitably be ruined, because most men are not good. So why do you hold yourself to a standard that no one else lives by? Why do you follow rules that were designed to keep you tame while others use those very rules to conquer? Guilt is not a sign of virtue. It is a sign that someone else has written your internal code. It has been placed in your mind to keep you from doing what needs to be done. Every time you hesitate to act in your own interest, stop and ask yourself whose voice is whispering doubt into your decisions. Whose approval are you still trying to earn? The answer is rarely your own. That hesitation, that pause, is the very moment they win. Because a man ruled by guilt is not only vulnerable, he is easy to read, easy to control, and easy to defeat. But a man who feels no guilt, only clarity, moves like a shadow. He does not pause, he does not explain, he simply executes. This is how power is built. It is not given to those who wait for the world to be fair. It is seized by those who stop asking for permission. The greats throughout history knew this. Behind every empire was a mind that understood the game. Morality bends, power does not. If you want success, do not waste time trying to be liked. You must be in control. And once you are, they will call you cold until they need your strength. They will call you ruthless until they need your decisions. Then suddenly your silence becomes wisdom and your detachment becomes leadership. That is the cycle. First, they fear you. Then they follow. The Stoic does not collapse under guilt. He sees guilt as a tool, not a truth. He uses it when it serves him and discards it when it slows him down. Fear is the better currency, because fear lasts. It outlives affection. It keeps people in line even when they disagree. And if you have learned the mask, they will not even realize they fear you. They will only know they cannot push you. They will sense something beneath your calm that warns them, something in your gaze that says you are not to be crossed. That is power, silent, still, sharp. Most people fail to influence others not because they lack intelligence, but because they care too much. They want to be loved. They want to be approved of, and that desire makes them reveal too much. It makes them confess when they should remain silent. It makes them forgive when they should end the threat. It makes them show wounds that should have stayed hidden. You must unlearn all of it. You must become the one who never reveals what they feel, the one who moves with precision, not permission. Guilt can be used, but never held. Plant it in others. Make them second-guess their doubt in you. Make them apologize for stepping out of line. Make them feel like they are the ones who overreacted, who misunderstood, who misjudged. This is not manipulation. This is psychological strategy, because once you control their guilt, you no longer need to control their body, you control their mind. And when you have that, there is nothing they will not justify for your sake. This is how great rulers outmaneuver stronger enemies. They do not strike first. They distort perception. They bend reality. And once you have reshaped someone's beliefs, you never need to touch them. They will move as you intend. And the greatest lie you can sell is this: that you are doing what is best for them, while you are in fact doing what is best for you. No guilt, no second thoughts, only precision, only results. This is the essence of true dominance, not physical force, but psychological silence, because in the end, power does not need to roar. It whispers, or better yet, it says nothing. Machiavelli wrote that the wise man acts swiftly while the fool hesitates and over-explains. The fool announces. The fool leaks his plans in hopes of validation, and then wonders why he was stopped. But the wise man moves in silence. He acts before questions can be asked, and when others finally realize what has happened, it is already too late. This is what you must become: the one who does not seek approval, the one who does not wait for the world to be kind. You will move in silence. You will act with purpose, and you will win without guilt, because those who carry guilt serve those who do not. And from this day forward, you will never apologize for your clarity. You will never pause for the comfort of others. You are not here to be understood. You are here to be obeyed. And now, you begin. 6. Let silence lead. Machiavelli warned us never to try winning through force what could be achieved through deception. Real power does not announce itself. It enters quietly, leaves no trace, and yet lingers in the minds of all who witnessed it. The most dangerous presence is not the loudest, but the one you almost overlooked. So be that man. Let them call you cold. Let them mock your silence. Let them think you are nothing. That is your shield. Because when they underestimate you, they never prepare for you. And by the time they realize what you truly are, you've already taken your place. Power, when wrapped in stillness, becomes something no one can block. The Stoics taught that mastery begins within, and silence is the external face of that inner mastery. You are not just being quiet, you are observing while others talk. You study their pride, their fears, their patterns. You read what they try to hide. And because you reveal nothing, they see only what they project. This gives you the edge. In silence, you control the narrative. A man who speaks too much invites resistance, but a man who says little becomes a mystery, and mystery breeds influence. Machiavelli understood this better than most. Appear kind, appear calm, appear harmless. Let them feel safe, then move without warning. Let them feel the blow before they even know a game was being played. When your silence unsettles them more than your words ever could, you have already won. This is how the unseen rule the visible. Let others chase applause. You chase control. And when the time comes, break the silence with a strike so precise they never recover. That is power. Quiet, focused, unshakable. This is your fourth transformation. Let silence become your greatest weapon. 7. Do not play the game. Become it. The man who masters his emotions does not become empty. He becomes clear. He is not numb. He is sharp. Like a blade forged in silence, he cuts through deception, chaos, and noise. Machiavelli said a wise ruler must never keep faith when it goes against his interests. Loyalty to sentiment is not strength, it is surrender. True allegiance belongs only to power and result. This is not cruelty, this is clarity. This is survival in its purest form. When you feel nothing, you become immune. Flattery cannot lift you. Insults cannot shake you. You become untouchable. You become your own fortress. And now ask yourself honestly, who are you? Are you the man who is tossed by every emotional wave? Or are you the one who rides above them with purpose? That is the difference between those who serve and those who lead. Emotion must be used as fire for your forge, not as a wildfire that burns your path to ashes. To feel nothing does not mean to be lifeless. It means to be vast like the ocean, calm on the surface, deep with control underneath. The Stoic ruler is like this, unmoved by chaos, yet capable of storms when needed. You do not tremble, you do not chase. You stand still while the world spins and burns. You are the fox who detects the trap and the lion who makes others back away. You are both predator and protector, invisible until it is time to strike. This is your final form, the one who creates opportunities rather than waits, who demands nothing, but is obeyed without a word. True power whispers through restraint. And now, you do not merely play the game, you have become the game. You are no longer just surviving the world, you are shaping it, not with noise or emotion, but with silence, clarity, and unshakable presence. You are not here to be moved by the tide, you are the tide, steady, unstoppable, deliberate. This is the essence of quiet power. And if something in you awakened today, let it grow, let it guide how you think, speak, and move. Subscribe if you are ready to master more. Comment with one thought, stay cold. Because the world will test your silence. It will tempt you to react, but you will remain still, and soon they will wonder how they ever missed your rise. The next lesson is coming, and you will be ready for it. Stay sharp, stay unreadable, stay becoming.